In 2010, I started a blog because I wanted to write. And I wanted to write about stuff that I just wanted to write about without having to think about how it fit into a grand master plan in the business that I was running with my mom at the time. I just really wanted a creative outlet. And my first ever post was called I've Outgrown My Pot, which was unrelated to pot. It was actually about having outgrown like a planting pot, as though I were a plant. And so it was really this time in my life where I needed a creative expression and a place to put that creativity. And so I started a blog because I had started reading blogs. And prior to that point, I will say it was suggested to me many times that I start a blog. But you know, it's one of those things when you don't know about something, you just don't know about it. And there's a phrase, there's a saying that what we are not up on, we tend to be down on. So I was like, what are blogs? Nobody reads those things. That's for like weird tech people, weirdos, not for me. But then I started reading a couple of blogs and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And I got so into them, like getting into my favorite television show. And so I did start a blog in 2010. And over time, I built a readership because I was telling stories about my life and telling stories about my business and just kind of sharing what I was learning along the way. Around that time, I actually had a dream. I'll never forget this dream. It was so weird. I woke up in the dream. So I was actually still sleeping, but I woke up in the dream, and on my bookshelf, I turned to my right, and on my bookshelf, there was a book. And on the spine, the title of the book said Unforgettable. And then I opened up the book, and inside the book on the front page, it said, if you are to live in the light, you must earn your living through the sharing of insight. That was what the book said. And I closed the book in the dream and I went back to sleep. And I woke up for real. And I will never forget reading that. And I realized I need to share what I'm learning. I need to share my insights. So that was the blog. And then at the time I was living in New York City, I was networking with business women. I was just meeting a lot of people. And I learned about affiliate marketing. I learned about recommending somebody else's course or program or digital product and then earning a commission through having a link when you recommend their stuff. And so these were people that I already was loving their blogs. I was already loving their programs. I had taken their programs and got a lot out of them. And it was very easy for me to recommend them wholeheartedly. And I started earning money through affiliate marketing because I was great at recommending other people's stuff. So I was telling my stories and recommending other people's stuff. And I started to make money doing it, even though I had never started my blog because I thought it was going to be a business. I didn't even really understand that having a blog could be a business. It was sort of just my online journal, which is, of course, how those things are started. That's what blogs are. And so that's how it got started with the online marketing. And then through a series of interesting, miraculous events, I was writing this book called Money, a Love Story, and that's another story for another time. But people were asking, well, this was in about late 2012. I had started talking a little bit about the book on social media and on my blog, and my readers were asking, well, how can I get access to some of this information? Like, I want to learn about how to improve my relationship with money. I want to learn how to get out of debt. I want to learn these things. And I was like, well, you just have to wait until my book comes out in September 2013. And they were like, well, couldn't you tell us beforehand? And I was like, no. And then actually my husband, brilliant man that he is, was like, how about we actually do tell them a little bit of information? And why don't you sell a course that's actually your own instead of always recommending other people? So it was from 2010 to 2013. It was 3 years that I was writing my own stuff, but never selling anything of my own. And finally in 2013, we launched the Money Love course, which was a lot of similar content to what's in Money, a Love Story, complimentary. And that is when I sold my first online product. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. I can actually teach something that I know and people will be interested in it. And it was really a big journey for me around my value and owning that I actually had something valuable to say in the world and that I didn't have to just like talk about how awesome other people were all the time. And so that started in 2013, and the Money Love course has been the little engine that could, and it's been an amazing program and product that we still promote. And then we've created other things along the way. And I've learned through courses and experts and networking, learning Facebook ads and learning social media and learning how to do webinars and all kinds of strategies and, kind of the infrastructure behind everything. But at the heart of it, I believe that we've been able to build a successful online brand because of honesty, authenticity, and being relatively real, as real as is appropriate for the internet. And so, those are really the factors. It's also learning how to write copy. That's been huge for our business, learning how to write words that convert people into taking actions, and then to learn just the pillars of how to talk to people in a way that speaks to their heart and that really connects. And at the end of the day, that's what really good marketing is. It's about knowing who it is that you want to serve and knowing how you can communicate with them in a way that will help them take action towards something that is really good for them and it's going to help them get what they want. So that's my online business story. If you like this video, like it, please subscribe to my channel and feel free to leave a comment because I would love to know what's your online business journey or what questions do you have about it. And I'll see you next time.